G'day guys, it's just Wayne here. I just thought I'd do a quick vlog. Just camping in the tent tonight, expecting heavy duty weather. Not sure if it's gonna be a full-on storm or we're expecting heavy duty winds and whatnot and rain for days. But the purpose of this vlog, sorry about the quality of this video. The light's not the best, but it'll do. You know, I've sort of been thinking about things, and you know, doing a lot of introspection would be the way to put it. You know, seeing, you know, how in my previous video I was mentioning feeling more at peace and things like that. Well, that's definitely the case. Been trying to, you know, get away from the suburbs and move rural again, but not to a country city is probably the path I'm going to take. But you know, I've been enjoying this journey. Like the last 2 weeks so far, like been the most peaceful, and been interacting with all kinds of interesting people. Some people don't talk to you, you know, that's their thing. No, some people friendly. Friday night when I was having a few beers, I thought, you know, this place was happening the other weekend, and I was talking to heaps of people, but then it's been a bit quiet this weekend, but, you know, you get that. But, yeah, as I was saying on Friday, well, you know, I was waiting for the Housing Trust to contact me and arrange a meeting. But I suppose with this particular video, I saw a video last night by a young fellow here in Adelaide who's documenting a bit of the housing crisis situation in Adelaide, and like in areas like Oaklands Park and Findon and you know, all over the place. He's doing all the southern suburbs, whatnot. You know, as he's saying, like, not all the areas are entirely bad, but the pockets that are, they are. And I thought I'd mention the reason these areas are the way they are. Let me just swap hands. The idiots that work for the Housing Trust, be honest, like, they put people in housings that are not suitable for those people. Some have, you know, very complex, you know, social issues. You know, it could be mental health, could be an array of things. However, you know, let's use the mental health as you would label. You know, that's something that, you know, they'll pick someone and they'll go, oh, that person's got problems, whatever, and let's stick them in a bunch of flats with people with, you know, worse problems and things like that. Or if you got, you know, like myself, PTSD, you know, like, let's put you in a noisy environment and let's put you across the road from a place where you saw the aftermath of an attempted murder. Now, tell me, like, honestly, someone tell me out there who in their right mind would put someone who witnessed the aftermath of an attempted murder and also forewarn them that this individual was going to do something, and then their own staff member gets attacked. Go figure. And then they try and shut you up, and, you know, they threaten authorities and whatnot on you. Sounds a bit conspiratorial, but anyway. At the end of the day, these idiots, these bureaucrats, they're on like $100,000 a year or $150,000 a year. Goddamn public servants. Useless. You know, my particular situation, I kind of, I feel sorry for the housing manager that I've got now, because he's new. He seems like he's in it for the right reason, but yeah, it's only a matter of time that his workplace is going to rot his soul, and, you know, he's going to end up like the rest of them. But at the end of the day, everybody in this world travels a journey. No one knows what you've been through until either you explain it or whatever, or, you know, you can meet someone and they can seem completely fine, or, you know, you can see it's evident that they've been through things. myself personally, I can read people pretty well. Not always 100%, but pretty well. But yeah, like, how are you gonna put, like, elderly people in with young people, that just want to party and whatnot? You know, Trent? Trent's got a bit of a cough. That's one thing. Or what about the people with mental health? They should be, you look at their situation, look at their condition, and go, okay, let's put them in a house that would be suitable. So the housing crisis has partially been sort of brought on by, the lack of inaction by the government, but then they only act when, like, people start vlogging stuff, or, going out documenting these things and showing, these ghettos and whatnot. And, the takeaway for me is I've lived in some pretty bad areas and things, and I've seen it time and time again, and you can see it's just basically, if they, Housing Trust did their job properly, house people in the right houses, people have got a way better chance of retaining that housing, not enduring more trauma. There's a lot of people, doesn't matter if they're male or female, and kids, and that have endured trauma just because of where they've lived. And how's that fair? But anyway, I'm gonna, sort of move on from that a bit to say, at the end of the day, the government ain't gonna help you. And the sooner you realise that, the better. But, unfortunately, you're gonna have to hope that they'll help you. But, like, in my case, it's like, I already know. I know what they're gonna do. We're gonna do this meeting, whatever. I want to move on. I've got to move. Need peace and quiet. Like, this place is not too bad. People do their thing, quiets down at night. Whatever. But yeah. I know the quality of this video is gonna be pretty crap, but just sort of chilling in the tent, thinking, and yeah, a lot could be done. But, you see the government spending money on fixing these houses that the squatters are getting in, and, like, people come and rip things out that are worth money, whatever, and they come in and replace it, and then gets ripped out, and, the cycle continues. The government just constantly wasting money. But anyway, let's not think too much about the government. Going forward, I believe, it's you got to help yourself. I think, bit worried about what I'm seeing. Australia's getting, it used to be a nice country, and in the last 20 years, the decline I've seen, it's just unbelievable. Our industry's shutting down, everything, and yeah. But anyway, I just thought I'd say this is just an update vlog sort of thing, bit of some thoughts on my mind. But anyway, yeah. So anyway, we're gonna hopefully the tent doesn't blow away and we don't get soaked in rain and all that tonight. But I'll be sure to let you know and all that. But anyway, I'm just wondering, is there anybody else out there that sees exactly what I'm seeing? Because, like, in that video I watched last night, there's some lady, she's got her own problems, whatever, I was speaking, and yeah, it's unbelievable. And it's a lot more people are seeing what I'm seeing, I can tell you that. But here, it's South Australia. And, well, actually, I might just finish with that. What I was going to say was, being interstate, I've been interstate. I lived in Victoria for a few years, like 4 or 5 years or something, the corruption's in your face, you know what I mean? It's there. Here in South Australia, it's like, you'll know about it when it happens. But I'm not here to expose corruption. I'm just sort of, vlogging my life and sort of speaking my thoughts. But anyway, the only way in this situation is to keep going forward, and you know, I think I found the path that I want to choose, and it's the path I want to choose, and it's a pretty healthy kind of a path. I just want to get a job and live out in a rural area, a small town, maybe max population, 5,000-10,000 sort of thing if I can. But we'll see what happens. Life has twists and turns, and you know anything can happen. So on the premise of that, I might stop rambling in this one, but this just sort of want to put it out there. So yeah, but anyway, me and Trinity went, enjoyed the sunshine today. Went for a walk, on all that, chilling, and yeah, I've just got to go out and make sure the tent's secure and all that. But yeah, but it's not windy at the moment. It could be calm before the storm, but we see how we go. Again, sorry about the lighting. I'm using my tactical torch as a light. Yeah, it's sort of not the best camera, but anyway, guys, yeah, thanks for watching and all that. And if this video sort of resonates with you, sort of speak below or whatever. Your support is appreciated. But anyway, guys, take care. Cheers. Peace.